Just about there, and off the left side, if you can see it, it's a very important, very large building off in the distance. It may not look that big from out here, but that building's 8 miles away and you can see it like an obelisk. We'll see that a little bit later on. We're getting very close now. Race.
No.
What are we doing today?
I hate that fucking selfie stick.
What are we doing today?
Rocket boom.
Space stuff. We'll be inside. We've made it to Jurassic Park. No, just kidding. Kennedy Space Center. You know, honestly, I don't even think dinosaurs could excite me as much as big rockets do.
I don't know if Jurassic Park was an actual real thing, then it's quite possible that might excite me a lot.
What about dinosaurs in space?
I feel like there's a video game for that.
Yeah, it's called Second Extinction. I still haven't edited
You know what
it.
the astronauts learn? Very simple stuff. You can eat.
Here is the Saturn rocket. Saturn 1, actually. One of the largest rockets. Coincidentally, also large enough to fit Reese's ego.
Wow.
Not big enough for mine, but definitely his. So how to get off the ground? You big rocket, go boom boom. That's how they do. Ridiculous in scope. Hey Reese,
It's hot.
I got a capsule that you can fit in.
I don't think I can fit in that.
It's your size.
I mean, I'm gonna go in it.
We're gonna go in it. Bet.
Take things out of my back pocket.
That's probably a good idea. I think I just have a wallet in there.
Is this the kids ride?
Oh, this looks cozy. We can fit. I'm only 6 foot. Oh, God. I can do it. Oh, I'm upside down. Hold on. Wait. Space is not made for tall people. Oh, they were shorter back then. Ha! I'm Paul.
Yeah. No, wait, I'm tweeting.
Bad news. iPhone got dumb, filled up storage.
iPhone always dumb. Very dumb.
I think we may have missed re-scrolling into a capsule. But the good news is there's a 2-man capsule that both he and I are going to attempt to fit into, and are probably going to break something in the process. If not the capsule, our bones. Yeah, no, just imagine being in that.
No, not spinning like that.
Oh, this isn't even what I was talking about yet, but this is a mission control. But there's more to come with this.
I think the astronaut needs to know everything they know on the ground. If they lost communications, the astronauts should have all the information.
Is this representative of the average streamer's computer? In power? can play, you know, Fortnite at 3 frames a second and want to be pro.
Jesus Christ.
So this is Gemini 9. Yeah, it looks pretty cozy, right? Probably better than a Humvee, slightly.
No, I don't think so. I'd like to review that.
I mean, they have the same feeling. 60 miles in a Humvee versus Earth re-entry. About the same.
You like this?
This is the big one.
This took spaceship.
God.
Unnecessarily long.
It gets more ridiculous the closer you get to it.
And the fact that I can see it clearly on the way in from the bridge.
Like, there. I hope the camera's doing it justice.
It's not.
Now that we're right up underneath it. And there's a tiny man.
Now it's time to go to the next step.
Talk about making an entrance, right?
Told you it rolls up.
She's here. By far the coolest part of the entire experience is this thing coming out of those doors is probably the coolest thing ever and is alone worth the price of admission. I'm pretty sure Reese is still nearly speechless, which is rare for him. He can't even talk. We broke him. So if you didn't know, there was originally an idea to have internal fuel tanks in the bay. And then it came down to the problem of storage and getting in and out. But without this thing, the ISS would have been nearly impossible. Spaceman with the, what is it? EEV suit, a little booster jetpack that was used like twice. Hubble. Obviously not the real Hubble, the real one is still in space if you did not know. Hey Reese. Is she thick?
there's not enough C's.
You know, interestingly enough, you could almost fit Reese's ego inside one of those engines.
Why with the ego?
Don't mind the lighting in here. Reese and I are moonlighting in a certain red light profession. Don't question it. It's very exclusive, and you probably couldn't afford us.
That's why it's getting.
Yes. All right, now we get to do the re-entry simulation. By that, I mean run back and forth like idiots. I mean, you're gonna do it, because I'm doing it. So, as you don't know, the shuttle couldn't just come down and land. It had to scrub speed like crazy. So it would do these ridiculous parabolic turns. Oh, and the slide is closed. Oh no. Yeah, get some numbers on here.
1,500 miles an hour.
8,300. Still faster than most regular aircraft. And then it would go flunk, slide, which we can't do. You know, hold on. Look, I get it. We've got Rona, we've got masks, right? Last time I was here, we're gonna keep spinning. Last time I was here, I couldn't do the stupid slide because I dislocated my shoulder. This time I'm here and I still can't do the damn slide. Big mad.
Approaching center line, looking great.
I blame you.
271 knots.
Yeah.
Blame him for the China virus. Yep, no, it's his fault. He released it. If you didn't know, he's actually a biochemical engineer. Maybe, I don't know. Belly. This gives you an idea how big this thing really is. Like, you know it's big, but you don't know it's that big. It has the same effect as like fighter jets do, like the F-22 is actually massive. Yeah. Like this thing's just... Look at the ailerons. They're huge, they're the size of my house.
I can fit that in the house.
Just jam this in the garage. Perfect. So this is the forever remembered part of the Atlantis exhibit. It holds the personal items and memories, essentially, of the two space shuttle crews that were lost. The Challenger back in the 80s and Columbia in 2003. Now, I remember Columbia because I used to watch all of the launches with my great-grandfather before he passed. So this one always stayed fresh in my mind. But I think it's a really important part of the exhibit to go and visit. If not, at least do some research on it if you can't go. If you didn't know, we lost 14 astronauts between both of these disasters. And it tells you a little bit about each person and who they were, aside from just being astronauts. But it's honestly the most important thing to look at when you do come here. Because I think we've gotten a little jaded when it comes to spaceflight over the past few years. Especially with, you know, SpaceX coming in and really strong track records and safety. We've almost gotten blasé to what happens, but the associated risk with going to space for the betterment of humanity is insanely high. And while we all wish we could be astronauts, the people who actually do it deserve our utmost respect. So in this final room, which is off to the side of everything, you actually can't hear the rest of the exhibit. You have the panel from the Challenger, the American flag, which is amazing to think that that's what survived the explosion upon takeoff. And it's definitely something crazy to look at. Off to the right, we have the window frames from the Columbia, which survived the re-entry disaster. So unfortunately, we've been informed of the bad thing. Thanks to the Rona, half the park's closed. So we can't go see the Saturn V or the moon stuff, which is a big bummer. So there's not as much footage as I was hoping for, but we're gonna see what else is out here. There's something interesting that way. And then some IMAX stuff, and then we're gonna spend money that we probably don't need to spend. So look at him shake his head no.
I don't have any money to spend.
He's gonna spend more than I do. He's bougie.
Probably.
He's a bougie bitch.
And I take value in materialistic things.
Basically a woman. All right, personalized mugs, right? We ain't. Hayden is not here, right? Trent is not here. But if we come over to children's mugs, let's see. There's Reese. And there's me. I'm Superman. So we all know the Curiosity, but I had no clue it was this big. Same with Perseverance. They're massive in scale. That's insane.
Alright, well, I wonder if Daddy Musk is working on a rover.
Well, I'm assuming Elon Musk is working on this. That's probably his goal.
Curiosity was done in Virginia, which I did not know that was a real nice contract company.
Excuse the end of the world in the background. Perseverance hasn't arrived at Mars yet. Perseverance is going to be there in February of next year. And I'm really curious if that little helicopter thing's going to work. That'll be really cool to witness.
Just north of Curiosity, that's interesting. Curiosity is just north of Stingy.
Okay, what in the damn hell is going on out here? It's a space rave. You want to keep bitching?
Take your foot off the control panel.
No. In space, we ride in comfort. So here we are, in
Anybody else into the park?
a two-man capsule, quite cozy. But we're going to sign off here. Unfortunately, half the park is closed, so this is it's kind of a part one.
Free admission next year.
Yeah, we get to come back for free, so there will be part two of Recent Tanks' stupid adventures in places they shouldn't be allowed to go. Bye. You know, I picked this up before we left. It's a chunk of meteorite. And I'm just sort of curious what it feels like. Weird.